How you doing? Paul here from AutoVolt. Another cracking day over in Northern Ireland. It doesn't happen very often. As always, excuse the noise of the road in the background. I do live near a busy road, so there's nothing I can do about that. This is just a demonstration and instruction video and explanation of our new revised wiring loom for using with AutoVolt piggyback looms. So in the box you will get the wiring loom itself. Now the wiring loom itself comprises of a red wire with terminals, butt terminals on the end, and then also the main loom itself. So on the main loom itself, you have with this loom that I'm using, you will have two outputs, so you'll be able to wire up two LED light bars. So basically your white will go to your red in your light bar, and your black will go to your black on your light bar. So that will be the business end. We'll just get rid of that for a minute. Then on the relay side of it, we will have an earth wire, we will have a fuse with a little eye to go under your battery, and we will also have another butt connector, which I'll show you now, or show you in a second how that works. We will now have a length of braided wire, and on the length of the braided wire we will have a little rocker switch, basically for turning your light bar off and on. Now whenever this is selected on, your light bar will still work off your main beam, just you know, rather than using this to actually deactivate the light bar. So whenever this is on, this will basically allow your light bars to work off your main beam. Whenever this is off, this will isolate your light bars, so even if you flash your main beam, it won't light your light bars. Okay, so this comes, the switch itself comes on a length of wire which is relatively long from the relay. You can choose to use this or not. I will show you over on the passenger side of the Ford Ranger. There is a rubber down in here that is actually designed to let you put a wire inside your cab. If you just poke a small hole into the rubber down there, you'll see other wires going into it. That'll actually bring it out where your glove box is, so if you want, you can put it in there. You can put it, let's see where we are. You know, this will bring the wires basically out here, in underneath here. So some people, you can fire it in the glove box if you're not wanting it out anywhere. Some people, what they do is they will actually drill a hole, whatever floats your boat really, or you can just leave it under the bonnet and not use it. But yeah, the choice is now there for you. So what I'll do now is I will also show you, basically the only tool that you're going to need for this is something that's going to let you undo a 10mm nut, and that's basically it. And then use the AutoVolt piggyback loom, which it just so happens, here's one I prepared earlier. So on this, now I've been doing a bit of modifying with this one, but on the piggyback loom, all you'll be worrying about is this red wire. You ignore the black wire on the piggyback loom for the main beam at the minute, and I will show you now how you install it. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is how to wire the light bar up. So on the relay itself, you've got, if you can see, this little hole on the relay. So if you look down in behind your battery, let's see, I got something to point, you'll see two 10mm bolts. So you've got this one, you've got a middle one, and then you've got a third, which is like a 13mm or something. So if you remove this center nut completely off, just any sort of socket set or extension, or I don't think you'll get a spanner in if you can, fair play to you. So if you remove that nut right off and set it somewhere out of the way that it's not going to fall. So if you now, as I say, go back to your relay, if you have a look, you'll see this circle. So put the circle of the relay over the top of the nut that you just removed, like so. Put your nut back on, and tighten it. This will then leave you with your relay fixed into position and not moving. Now if you look beside, you also have another nut. Come back to it, this one. All you have to do is slacken that nut back. You don't need to take that nut right off. And if you have a look, sorry, get something to stand on. If you have a look down on your relay, we've got our little black wire. So our black wire will just slide in underneath, just like that. This is quite difficult to do with one hand. So that's now your earth. You don't need to run that up to your battery. That earth will be there. If you want to, well, no, it won't reach to your battery actually. So yeah, give that a good tighten, give it a nut with your socket set or whatever. So yeah, that's now our relay in place, our earth wire fixed. We then have our main live wire, which is the one with the fuse on it. You can route that whatever way you want, but I've made it so that it's going to just reach perfectly onto your battery. Your battery, if you just give it a little pull up. Now I've got stuff going all over the place on mine, but so this again, if you have a look, you've got a 10mm here. You've also got a 10mm here. You've got a 13 or 12 I think it is, but if you have a wee look at this 10mm, so again all you have to do, if I can find my wire, is slide that up slightly. You don't need to take it right off, because again, if you have a look, we have got this little terminal, so this will go in underneath. Take your 10mm nut off, slide this in underneath, just the way we did the earth wire, tighten that down again. So that'll be your live onto your battery, your earth, that's your relay, near ready to go, and we'll show you the next stage now. Okay, so we're all wired up, we're near ready to go. If you now concentrate on this single wire that's in the kit, this single wire here, well, if you have a look, there's a male and there's a female. If you have a look over at the business end of the relay, you will see that there is a male. So basically male to female, pop that in, and that'll connect in. Just give it a wee light push, you'll see that it connects. That'll then leave you with a length of wire. Now I've tried to make this length of wire because obviously some people will be wiring their piggyback over onto the driver's side, which is, to be fair, easier to access than the passenger side, but I like to use the passenger side because it's cleaner install, it's less wiring. This wire, if you're going to your passenger side, will just basically now at this stage, you'll see on your piggyback loom, we have, as we were discussing earlier on, our red live wire coming off our piggyback. All you have to do is simply push the other side in and connect that. You can then hide your wires, tuck them away out of the way. Alternatively, as I say, if you are going to the driver's side, this wire will, if you route it correctly, go the whole way over. Obviously be careful of your fan, because you don't want wires getting stuck around your fan, but this will also go over onto your driver's side, sorry. So that's you all ready to go. Back to the relay itself, I had just taped this up, just so, hold on one second. Okay, so that now leaves us with our light bar wires. So as I said before, you've got two. You've got you know, one here, you've got one here. They will reach round, they'll go down. You may need to extend these. You know, I just physically can't sort of think of every option that is out there, so you might need to extend. Again, sometimes you get wiring on your light bars, so all you have to do is connect it up. I say on your light bar you'll have a red and a black. If you do have a third wire, you would need to find out from the manufacturer what that third wire does, because unfortunately I can't give advice on other people's products. You can ask me, but I can't can't give advice on it. So the white wire is going to go to your red on your light bar, your black is on your black on your light bar. So yeah, that's going to be it. All this here is going to be all tidied away. You're going to have your light bars connected onto here. You've got your battery back together. This leaves the last part of the wiring loom, which is the switch. And as I said earlier on, you can wrap all that braided wire up and hide it out of the way, or you can go inside the car the way I showed you. There's plenty of length on that as well. You know, it just let's see if you can see, we've got, yeah, plenty of length. There is also, if you wish to choose, another little earth wire here. If you connect this earth wire up to any earth, wherever you're routing your rocker switch to, this little switch will illuminate whenever it's powered on. So yes, that's it. New AutoVolt revised loom for your main beam piggyback relay. Thank you.